What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Connor. I'm here with another video. We're doing NBA Playoff Edition. As you know, it's Wikipedia, not those websites that tell you that you can pick from. I'm just going to do it this way. Hopefully, you have a good memory. The NBA playoffs is maybe starting tomorrow or 2 days. I don't know. This is always a 50-50 chance because there's between two teams. But my prediction is going to be alright, but I hope I can get a lot of them. And we have Boston and Chicago. I talked about how Boston was overrated in the team, but they were first seed, and if they're beating the Cavaliers, they're good. So I think Boston's going to win against Chicago. Washington and Atlanta. Atlanta has been in a cold streak lately. Yes, they beat the Hornets by a whole lot, and Washington been on a cold streak too, but they've been pretty good lately. They've been pretty good, from one of the worst teams in the beginning of the season all the way to one of the best teams. So I'm gonna say Washington. Then we have Toronto and Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo has a bright future, but that's pretty much it. I mean, you have Malcolm Brogdon, but I think Toronto is going to win. Cleveland and Indiana. As you know, this was a popular series back then in the 2013-2014 era. But Miami won both of them. In 2014, like 4-2, and in 2013, I think 4-2 or 4-1 or something like that in the semis. But I think it's Cleveland. Okay, so then we have the Western Conference, Golden State and Portland. As you know, Portland would be a little bit better due to Jusuf Nurkic trade. As you know, he's been phenomenal, but due to the Big Four, the really good Big Four, I have to give it to Golden State. LA Clippers versus Utah. LA Clippers are the teams that are really good, but due to injuries, they are always in the middle. But I have to go with Utah. They're a very underrated team, and I think they're gonna make it an explosion this year or in the future. We have Houston versus Oklahoma, the battle of the MVPs, but I think Westbrook should win it. But what my opinion is, I really want to go with Oklahoma because that's my favorite team. But I have to go with Houston. I'm not really sure, but I have to go with Houston. San Antonio versus Memphis. Memphis is a team who fights until the end, but San Antonio is pretty good. So I have to go with San Antonio on this one. Then we have the conference semis, Boston versus Washington. Now this is really hard because Washington is capable of advancing, but Boston is a number 1 seed. But I have to go with Boston on this one. Now Toronto versus Cleveland. Now this is a very, very, very good series. Toronto and Cleveland, as they have the same record, so it's really tied in second place, but it doesn't matter. But I have to go with Toronto on this one due to Cleveland's very, very poor finish in the playoffs. But Cleveland is very clutch in the playoffs, but I have to go with Toronto on this one. The revenge. Now we go have Golden State and Utah. Golden State. We're gonna have Houston and San Antonio. Now I have to go with San Antonio. Then we will have Golden State and San Antonio, but that's after the conference finals. As we have Toronto and Boston. I have to go with Toronto on this one. And then we have the San Antonio Spurs versus the Golden State. Now you might call me stupid in the comment section, but I have to go with San Antonio on this one. So Toronto versus San Antonio. I really want Toronto to win, but I think San Antonio will. So San Antonio is still our champions. Even though Warriors front big force, a pretty good explosion, they lack in size and in the bench. And due to the really good forwards of Kawhi Leonard and Pau Gasol, the veteran, and LaMarcus Aldridge, even though he doesn't play power forward, I think he's a center, or that's Pau Gasol. Either which way, you have two veterans, and you have a very good explosive player in the MVP conversation in Kawhi Leonard. So that's why I get the edge. And the bench is pretty good. And when you have veterans with playoff experience, it's good. It's pretty good. And they have NBA Finals experience. That's also pretty good. Because the thing that San Antonio has that the Warriors doesn't have is the players know what it's like to be in the NBA Finals and know what it's like to be in the spotlight. Because two players in the starting lineup has went to two NBA finals, but Kevin Durant only went to one, and I don't think Zaza went to an NBA finals before. I don't know, but I hope you liked the video. Don't subscribe. I love you guys. Bye. Please subscribe to Trent Magano. He makes amazing content. See, I'm doing it right now.